Are the mics warm?
Mics are hot, buddy.
Mics are scalding hot.
Mics
The
are
mics are hot.
fucking hot.
The
Mine's
mics are
mine's
hot.
just right.
Okay.
Gross.
I feel the heat resonating off of my face.
Oh, it's great.
All right, man.
All right. Good afternoon, guys.
Hi guys.
How's everyone doing today?
What's up,
Hey
guys?
man.
Happy
Chilling,
Sunday,
bro.
all that shit.
All that shit.
Yeah,
It
bro.
is Sunday. Who knows what day it is?
I wasn't
All
sure
one
until you
big fuck
told
to
me.
Thanks.
Bye, Riley.
Thanks,
Bye.
Riley.
Bye,
Riley.
All right, that was Riley. He's out of here.
So now
Now we
there's
can
only
breathe. Now we can be
4 people
ourselves.
here.
4 people, all black.
We're going off the. Now we're black owned business.
Now we're black.
Now we're black owned business.
Yeah. This is
Riley.
official.
Quick, while we're a black-owned business. Quick, while we're a black-owned business.
Let's make these decisions now.
I get it.
All right.
All right,
What's
so
up,
he only
guys?
gets
What's
5%,
up,
right?
man?
Who, Riley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck him.
All right.
I thought it was 2%.
Oh, like milk?
Like milk, yeah. That's what we agreed
You
upon.
need some milk.
Okay.
Signed a contract on a carton.
Anyway.
All right.
Welcome to a podcast.
You sure that's what this is?
It'll come around.
We'll get to
It'll
it. We'll get to it. We got like an hour and some change.
Bad ski. Jet ski.
So, man.
Let's start off by introducing ourselves.
All right.
Okay.
You go first. You're the one mic.
I am Mosima. I am the. Excuse you. Oh, I meant. There we go.
We're learning the buttons.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out the buttons here, so bear with us, audience at home. But I am Mosima. I'm part of this black-owned business for the time being.
Until Riley gets back.
Until Riley gets back.
Basement Beyonce.
I'm also one half of the hosting team of What Are You Talking About?
Gang.
Who?
And I do music.
What?
Okay.
Whoa.
All right. Next one.
Oh, what's up? Tawobi. Here I am. What's happening? What's good? No. Press the button. There we go.
Okay.
All right. I'm Crash Bandicoot, aka Lord Trippy. And yeah.
All right. I'm IHATEYOUSHEED, and this is a podcast that we're doing.
Yeah.
Get to talk to my friends.
Let's go.
Give it up for High's Basement.
What's up, guys?
What's up, my
man?
guys?
What's
Guys
up,
here
doing
we are.
stuff.
Here we are.
Man, so we are at the beginning of probably what's about to be one of our most productive and successful summers ever.
That's facts.
Let's what's everyone feeling so far, and what's everyone's goals for this summer?
Goals for the summer, man.
Yeah, what would you like to happen, or what are you excited about for this summer in terms of releases? What you guys have planned?
Man, I think Bathroom right now,
Yeah.
420.
Let's
We're a couple
talk about
days
it.
away from it.
For sure.
I think that's gonna be all summer long. I think that's gonna make it to the winter. But like my goal right now is to have everybody who smokes think to put on that project, like as they're rolling up. Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah, yo, I'm just really excited to see how far Bathroom can take us, because even off of just what's the only 2 records that are already out, the reaction has been fantastic.
So let's
Absolutely.
stay on Bathroom for a little bit. What was it like creating for this, man? I mean, I was in the house while you guys were doing a majority of it, so I got to experience it, like recording. But like, I didn't. Besides the production that I've done for it, outside of that, like, what was it like just collabing on a project together? I know you guys like have great chemistry, so
Yeah. It was just a shit ton of fun, man. Like, it was... I felt like... I mean, I've always said this about Trip, being on the team, period, is that, you definitely, like, made me hype for this shit again.
Dang.
We've done this for a while, and you were hyped to be a part, hyped to be doing music, excited. So the energy I just fed off of his energy, smoked a shit ton of weed, and did some cut Molly and
Bro,
made some records.
I always wanted to make a stoner project. And like it reminded me of the like Wiz and Currency joint, like How Fly. Like
Yeah.
I always wanted to do that shit. So like, and like he said, like since I first joined the shit, like he was the first collaboration I did with Corona commercial. So it was like boom,
Classic
like,
record,
We just
yeah.
always sat there and both had this like separate energies and just collabed together. So like we just was getting high, and this shit just kept working. And I think it started with Face actually.
No, Face was the first one because I
Yeah, Face was the
remember
first one.
because you remember me showing that John to you at work.
I was like, I gotta get on.
Yeah,
this
bro.
shit.
I wrote that shit in the Orland Market Deli, bro, when there was no one there, and I was like, oh no, we definitely gotta do this.
Like,
John.
this nigga got an awful beat, bro. I gotta get on this shit. This shit sound like I gotta get on this shit.
Yeah, it's very dope to see it all come full circle
Yeah.
as well. To see y'all working with
'Cause from that
Awful,
song, it was just
considering
boom,
like
boom,
what
boom.
inspired all this. You know, it's circling all back, and
No, that is a really
yeah.
that is a really wild John that I've only gotten to think about in passing. But like, even he was saying it while we were shooting the Face John, we were like watching back little bits of it. He was like, "Oh, this made me think of the wrist video," and I was just like, "Oh man, bro,
Yeah.
like the feeling just go kind of 360. That's crazy."
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
crazy
From
how
listening
everything
to that
just
shit,
comes full circle.
Yeah.
man.
Shit crazy.
What was what's your favorite record off the project right now?
That's hard as fucking
Mine,
question.
mine personally
Yeah, you tell me.
is a thousand ways. Like that's
Okay.
personally mine. I think like you are Trip. Like you are your best like rapping wise.
Yeah.
Like I feel that. Not saying that I haven't heard it before, but like it has sort of that like
It's one of them times where I shine.
it's like that
Yeah.
magic. It's like that
Yeah.
magic on that shit.
I appreciate that.
Like that's one of my favorites. And then
Damn,
one that grew on me was Big Blunt Roller. That definitely grew on me.
that's just smooth.
But that joint is just very smooth. Like when I listened to Wobi's verse on that shit, like bro, you really like gave niggas
Yeah.
16. That was like
Thank you, bro.
crazy.
That's
bro.
a
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
That's definitely one of my favorites.
And delivered on the hook too, cause you can just
Oh,
walk
yeah, for
around just
sure.
like, hey,
Yeah.
boom,
For sure,
roll
for
up,
sure.
Yeah.
roll up that shit like.
I'm a big fan of no picks, no picks,
Right,
no
right,
picks.
right.
The whole
I was like,
concept, the way y'all flipped the
The
idea,
phrase, yeah.
the sound effects, like y'all were very creative on this
This
project,
guy,
and like
yeah, he snapped on that.
Very much so.
He snapped
Thank
on
you.
that.
I enjoyed the opportunity to just like rap as good as I could rap and keeping up with this nigga and
Just
just going,
barring
okay,
up.
let's
Like
go.
that's the
Yeah.
thing. We really
Yeah.
just barring up.
Like, do you remember, bro? Okay, the one joint that I've never forgotten is how we were working on. I think it was "Bitch I Might Be," and I didn't come up with like the other half of my verse until like the next morning. But I
Yeah.
woke up and was like, "Oh no, I got it!" And I just did like 4 to 8 off the top, and we just kept running
There's
it
that
back.
inspired. There's a lot of inspired
Yeah.
verses. Like, all right, damn. I think.
That joint was a lot of fun, man.
I mean, Face is close to being one of my. I think Skimp ended up coming around,
I love Skimp.
and it's like,
Skip is dope.
I think that verse right there was one of the verses where I was like kind of shine on that joint. So I really like Skimp, but I really like.
That's-
damn. I really like Face.
That might be my favorite verse from you on the project right now. I love that fucking Skimp verse
Yeah,
because it made
how
me
I
fall
came
out
in
every
that joint,
time.
How I came in that joint with the umbrella hat holds my yeah, like
I'm about to play Dr. Oz. That shit killed me on the back. Yeah,
bro.
I love that
that
joint,
shit
man.
different, bro.
My brother, I played it for my brother in the wheel. We just sat in his car and like smoked the L and played the joint. And this nigga really liked the bathroom joint. I was dumb surprised. But this nigga was hyped to the whole project, and he fuck with my shit, but nothing like that
Peak
crazy.
production,
This
bro.
one, he was like, he's like, oh no, y'all were snapping back,
Oh, yeah.
back. And I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit, it's lit, bro.
Bathroom is crazy.
yeah,
How does
Thank
that
you,
feel,
yo.
man? How does it feel to
Yeah.
like have your younger siblings like fuck with your shit? Because I played my brother's my shit, and like he's been asking me like, yo, when are you dropping your
Yeah.
shit? Like even like
That's
songs
lit.
like Girls Who Like to Smoke, I dropped that, and he's like, nah, bro, like when is the shit coming? Like you send me that shit. And he's
That's
just like
hard.
really supportive of that. But how do you feel like with your brother being like, oh, I fuck with this?
Oh, it's dumb cool to me, yo. Like, that's just the tightest thing ever. The tightest thing to me, yo, even if he didn't fuck with it, the fact that I can sit there in my brother's wheel past this nigga L and run through a project and get an opinion and, like, I don't know. It's just, like, it's a cool bonding moment to have with the siblings and shit. I don't know. It's a fantastic feeling, man. Even more so than, like, a lot of other people listen to my shit because it's not only the young folks, but it's this little nigga that I got to see grow up and do shit. And Lord behold that. He like, no, this joint right here tough as fuck. Like, when you gonna send it to me, whoop, whoop, whoop.
And he's seen you grow up too.
Yeah,
So
man.
like now
Yeah.
he watches all your music and shit. Yeah.
I think it's special because like what I think is for them is that like, and even not just my siblings, but just like my family in general is like they're seeing how much we stick with this shit. Because
Yeah.
like everybody, like we've all met in high school. Trip joined later, of course, but like the three of us, we've been together since junior year.
Yeah.
So like when people are like, damn, like y'all still close. Like if I talk to people back in high school, they're like, damn, y'all still cool like that. It's like, yo,
Yeah.
these niggas is like really family. Like
Yeah.
at
No,
this
it's
point.
different.
yeah,
So it's like I think people see like, oh, HBC is starting to become a thing from that basement party to now where we're a fucking label
In business.
in a fucking business.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's
And
crazy.
it's
Talk
like
heavy.
people are like, oh shit,
Talk
like
heavy.
yo, y'all niggas, like if you post a pic on Instagram, it's like, oh,
Y'all still doing
I'm
that
really
shit.
proud of y'all niggas.
Yeah.
Like, yo, y'all really sticking with this shit.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, I think our family sees that and stuff, and they're like, oh, y'all are really, like, y'all really doing it. And they just needed that time to come around to see, like, granted, like, we're not flexing heavy, but that time will come for sure.
Without a doubt.
But they're seeing the return of, like, everything that we're putting in.
No, because now it's a lot of I don't know. It's very. I have no doubts. I haven't had doubts in probably like a year and some change
My
for
doubts,
the first
my
time.
doubts dropped when he dropped babies. Like, I was like, okay.
I take it on a personal note, so I just doubt period in my head about any of this shit. I've never had no doubt about y'all, not never a day in my life. All of my doubt from this shit is just disappeared in the past like year and some change. I've never sweating this shit since.
What did you release a year and some change ago?
Oh well, fate, yeah.
Yeah.
Almost,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was just like
Almost a year. So let's talk about that time, man.
Oof.
That pandemic hit us. It like it blessed us with some shit, but like it did fuck up our release schedules of everything like that. Like
Yeah.
everybody's rollout. Like if I had a chance to do it over again, I definitely wouldn't have released Absent around that time, just
Really?
because of how just because
I
of
feel you, man.
how everything was so unsure and everything like that. It felt like not that our projects were rushed, but I think that we just felt like, oh shit, like what do we do to keep our name afloat and not get head underwater and get lost? In
We
the
also didn't
shuffle
know how
like
to do events then. That was the biggest. I felt like that was the biggest pain in the ass. So there was no release stuff.
There was no virtual stuff that we could like
Yeah.
be 100% sure how we're gonna present this stuff.
Because I was still trying to figure out that. I still was trying to get it through OBS back then.
They told us it was gonna be like 3 weeks, like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Like we didn't know how
Like,
long.
we didn't know how long-
We
didn't
thought
know
we was
how
coming back
long-
outside. Like,
For
Thanks.
sure.
It was a scary time. Nobody really knew what the future was going to look like. There was people talking we'd be on lockdown till 2022, 2023.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird to see everyone kind of just shift back, snap back, you know, just almost as if it feels like, I say this all the time, 2020 feels like a fever dream.
For sure.
Yeah, we did.
There's like so much shit that happened
do.
that
Yeah,
I don't even know what
some
ever
ways, yeah.
happened again in that time.
I found myself saying last year a lot, and then like didn't realize no, that was 2019. Like I did nothing last year. I didn't do anything last year.
Yeah.
Like we went to Cali though.
We did go to Cali.
So to follow up on that, what did the pandemic do for your process as a creative? Like, did that have any impact on, like, I know for us at least, like, I remember that time when everything started to lock down. We kind of got into this mindset of like, all right, if there's any time to release, now's the time.
Yeah.
Because everything felt so urgent.
Mm-hmm.
The uncertainty.
Didn't know what was gonna happen.
Didn't know what's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Now that we're having some time to, be out of not out of the pandemic, but like out of the lockdown, so to speak, like, what are some things you've noticed have been different since then for you creatively and as a person in general?
I guess for me, I would say I feel like my biggest gain in the pandemic has honestly been my handling of like social media and interacting with people and creating fans and or gaining fans, because I wasn't great at it prior, but I didn't have anything else to do, and it was also now there's no show. So now I can't even dap you up in person and show you this music in person and get drunk with you and kick it and all that. So I have to do it all through here.
That's what it was. The transition to digital, like the like not even like going through a pandemic, but like you said, like now kind of post or like the big post pandemic, like the whole look at us coming out of it is transition to digital. So like now that with the NFT shit, it's like not even what it's about, but the community that it is. Like
Yeah.
they really have a strong, tight-knit community.
Yeah.
Like on Discord, like it's really strong, tight-knit communities on all different servers. Like from the crypto to just the Reddit servers where they did the game, like all the transition to digital, like Bandcamp where they doing, we're going to give y'all the whole joint on Friday, and then we got people buying the album where they might not have bought it before. Like they might have just streamed it. But now we finding different avenues, and now they flocking to it, the real fans and shit like that. But that whole transition of just like, all right, we got to reach the digital communities now. Same way we was reaching out and going to shows, and all right, we on the show with X amount of artists, and we about to get some percentage of their fans. Now it's digital communities, Now we trying to get that runoff.
Exactly. And I think what's been interesting to see as well is during the pandemic, like the internet and virtual worlds became a lot more legitimate.
Yeah.
The internet became a lot more real. It was already starting to become a real thing, but I think we really started to see with the emergence of like you were saying, NFTs, crypto, the fact that people couldn't go to events for a whole year, like, an online presence is realer than it's ever been.
A lot realer.
I think the way that people were bonding, like, were through like the TikTok challenges and everything. Like that pandemic, like, really blew that app that app up, because now, like, okay, this is how we're gonna bond and this is how we're gonna connect and socialize. Like TikTok challenges for the time period of the lockdown replace partying and events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or like the dances. It was dances, and the dances went straight to TikTok instead of everybody being in a circle. But you talk about it because you was just a part of a digital festival a couple days ago.
For sure.
Yeah, at the Crib Fest.
Like, did you watch it? I seen you in the comments.
How'd you feel about that, Joe?
Yeah, how did you
Yeah, it was a really dope experience. Shout out Yusef for giving us the opportunity to be a part of that.
Shout out
Yusef.
Big goat.
Yeah, we got an opportunity to film that with the whole band, and I was really happy to be able to do that with like people that I already like fuck with and have a relationship with, be able to like put something together and just be a part of that. Shout out Crispy, Jeff, Sean, Bari, everyone involved with that.
For sure.
Yeah, I had never done a virtual festival or anything like that before.
Did you watch the comments? Like were you watching in live time, like the reaction to it? Because like in the show, like you can look in the crowd and see somebody's face, see if they're singing, see if they look bored. So like, how did you gauge that on the?
That's kind of been an interesting side of this. Like I know you guys have seen it too. Like whenever we release videos, it's more of like an event than it was before with the live stream.
The premiere,
It's like, circling back to what I was saying about like internet becoming more legitimate, becoming a realer space, like those little comments, those interactions, like serve to replace like a dap, it's interesting to see deep. Like how much the game of what we're doing has evolved from even say 2010, 2011 when we really started at it. Like I really think we were early into like understanding the internet as a real space, and that's been really important for us. For sure.
Think about how many like ideas, not to cut you off, but like think about how many ideas, like, you remember how we used to sit in the basement and we used to rap over, we used to do like trap remixes over the fucking like the top 40, like the old top 40 shit. And now they're doing the fucking they're doing that shit now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bro, and it's like, bro, that shit is crazy to me.
A lot of the shit that we left off and had fun with, if we had actually decided to capitalize on it, it would have been different.
It would have been different. But we just like, I think we took ourselves too serious at that time. Yeah. And we really didn't like, we didn't want to be known as joke artists, but like at the same time, like this shit is supposed to be fun.
But even still, that comes into, because like I was a fan first, so that goes into the SoundCloud era days where it's like, all right, 10 Freaky Girls is like, this shit don't sound like nothing else.
For sure.
Me? Like when girls who do yoga and shit like that, like this shit don't sound like nothing else. Eighth didn't sound like nothing fucking else. The video didn't really, like, it wasn't much of that going on. So, but like, y'all laughed certain shit off. But like that shit might have got you hot, and then niggas would have forgot about you. Where now, like, they can look back and be like, damn, like these niggas always had a basement sound. Yeah. Like I even say that to y'all sometimes. Like what was it? Carrots. Like, yo, this shit sound like classic HBC. Like this sound.
I can't wait for that one.
I can't wait for that to get out.
Yeah.
But I think that's just like, that's just being around everybody for like so long. Like I know y'all almost like the back of my hand. Like it's like I know, okay, what type of beats everybody can flow and sound nice on, where everybody's pocketing, and that's just like something you learn over time with a collective. What my question based off of that is, what's the like with being in a collective, what's the most difficult part about this shit? Because I think people think that this like is easy. And it's like really fucking not.
Oh no, it's never that.
It's never. It's like, I mean, like not the music part, but like just being around like a support group and everything like that.
Oh yeah,
and being like around like everybody like that. Like it's very hard.
For me personally, it's the some days I want to just be like, fuck, I don't have the energy for this, but I still gotta go hard on the account of my niggas. So like no matter how I'm feeling personally, like there's an internal fight with me, like I can't let my niggas down. So like that burden on me where I could have just had a bad day is 10 times worse. But it's a positive in that too, because 9 times out of 10 they do make me like, I cleared the whole Instagram. It was like, this is gonna be a bathroom promotional page only. Like, even on days where it's like, bro, like I'm going through something, I still make sure I try to get the post off, got some engagements, this and that, because like I remember telling him, like, he might have had previous projects with someone else and might have felt like, all right, they might have lacked in certain areas, and I was like, I remember telling him at the beginning of this joint, like, bro, like, whatever you need, I'm gonna be there. Video shoot, interview, whatever, like, bro, I'm gonna be there. Ideas, photo shoots, whatever, be there. So, like, that is the motivation, but it's still, I would say the negative part is, like, the added weight. So, I think it's good problems. It's good problems to have.
Definitely
it's good problems to have.
Problem. I agree with that. That's
I've been changing my view on a lot of shit recently, and honestly, it'd be hard for me to think of a negative with this, only because I see so many people alone. And most people that I talk to, this is exactly what they ask for.
Yeah, that's so true.
Like,
they crave.
Yo, yes,
man, if I had a team, man, that's the first thing.
Yeah, if I had a manager, if I had a team.
If I had a team like, yo, man, I know we would be up, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
But what I peep too is that, like, I've always known this, but it's becoming more clear that, like, no one can give you the keys to the kingdom. You have to build the kingdom. Yeah. And that's what we've done. You can't find a team. You have to build the team.
Yeah.
You got to organically fall into it.
There's no putting you on. It doesn't exist.
No. When y'all was in the basement, there was literally no logical reason for me to fall into the trajectory of what y'all had going on. It's simply, I moved somewhere, he fell into a friend group, I came back, I started fucking with him, I ended up becoming a fan of y'all, like all of y'all together, and then, boom. Oh yeah, I was doing music, boom. And then that same drive I was just talking about, where you can't let them down, I had that same drive of, all right, like, yo, y'all, this shit possible. Like he said, if I could do it, little nigga, then it's possible. I give a fuck about an obstacle, like, you see what I'm saying?
I'm definitely thankful. I'm definitely thankful to be in a collective like y'all, because I think, like, if I didn't, I definitely wouldn't be as motivated to be as, like...
That's a fact.
Like, I wouldn't be as motivated to do this shit.
That's a fact.
I definitely think, like, just seeing y'all win is, like, making me be, like, seeing this nigga on the festival, like, oh, I want that.
Yeah.
It's like whatever. Like, seeing y'all video shoot, seeing face.
Scratch, selling NFTs.
Fuck the music shit. Like, seeing Scratch sell NFTs, just everything just makes you want to be like, oh, nah, I want that.
Seeing
I want
Ant be a dad, like, seeing Pill
I don't know
blow
about
up.
that one, but...
Not yet. Talk to me in a decade.
But that he being successful and doing it.
Yeah.
The fact that Pill snapping with this 3D art, like, I love seeing my niggas progress.
I love seeing my niggas
progress. Like, in whatever you're doing. Whatever you're doing.
But I think that's, like, honestly, that's the most beautiful thing about this, especially because of where, you know, a fair amount of us come from. You don't see a lot of people change. You don't see a lot of people actually grow. And the one thing to do something like this is that's something you have to constantly be doing.
Yeah.
And there's no word it makes my heart full to see y'all niggas grow up and change and be better. Like, it's the type of shit.
I've become adults.
Likewise,
I've become adults with y'all niggas.
Yeah.
I've become adults with y'all niggas, which is crazy.
Developmental years.
Exactly.
I feel like the longer we've been at this, the more of, like, space and, like, my spirit for purpose this fills, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I guess the satisfaction that I get from this whole thing grows over time, and it just becomes more and more evident to me every year that, like, this is my purpose.
Yeah.
Facts.
We step into that more every year.
I don't think there's been a year that we, like, went backwards.
No, not even through last year.
Yeah,
like I think even last year, like,
even
there was a little bit of a
step
stall,
forward. Yeah.
a little bit of a stall, but the fruits of that have come in at, like, the beginning of the year. Like, I think from that, we've definitely, like, put in something crazy now. Like, we started off this year just off of a boom. Now we're about to go into another 4 album run.
Right.
But Absent held that shit strong though. Like,
yeah, man.
I think Absent held that shit strong.
Yeah, I mean, shout out Kevin Abstract. I just wish that,
but y'all,
no, for sure us. I think,
like the videos.
I think the Static Shock video is what made us go, like, okay.
I think the Pastel video was crazy though. Like the y'all Pastel video.
I wanted
that was fun to shoot.
It was a great time.
I lost some jeans in that shoot.
I lost a shirt in that.
Shit happens.
But, like, I think just looking back on it, just knowing what I know now and how creative and, like, the resources I have now, I would just do so many things like just way
Yeah,
different.
but I mean,
but that's just looking back on it. And
that's
like,
the process,
so
man.
It's
like,
called progression.
yeah, so it is what it is. The next project will get whatever I need to put into it.
fact.
Everybody's fine now. Yo, man, I'm excited for this summer though.
Oof.
I think this
I'm
summer's
too, man.
filled with so much heat.
You got
and so
movies in the clip.
Yeah,
Movies
Yeah.
in the clip. Movies in the clip.
Man, listen.
Albums.
Albums.
You get an album.
You
get
get-
an album. You get an album.
So, looking back at let's look back at everybody's like first project. Let's look at
Jeez.
Tread.
That's the first project y'all know about.
Y'all don't know.
Man,
Yeah, right.
that
That's
was like-
I mean, I know what the like before Tread, but let's start at Tread because
Yeah.
that's when this is all everything. Let's start at Tread. Let's start at Trippy Season.
Trippy
Start at
Season.
Babies.
I was re-listening to Tread the other day, just thinking about like the space that we were in. We were putting all that together. Those your early projects really taught me how to be an artist.
For real.
Yeah, just the process of going through even Blanket Theory. Like if y'all know if you know you know.
Y'all
So
shit,
but
y'all tell me
like
about mixing and mastering. Like,
For
like
real.
yeah, like
I mean,
yeah, just the effort and the energy
No,
we
I
put into
never-
trying to figure out how to do all that stuff, like how to even make an album. You know,
Facts.
like
Yeah.
that's something we take for granted. All the knowledge that we have now.
I
How do you
learned
sequence
that
a project?
shit,
How do you
yeah.
like, do doubles? How do you like
skits.
skits? All that
Yeah.
stuff. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't come natural.
Yeah.
Everything you do accumulates into something.
y'all definitely taught me about mixing and mastering because the first time like I went to like when we recorded 98, that shit was just out the next 2
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, oh, like, yeah, you were like, yo, you didn't mix this. And I was like, what the fuck is mixing?
Right. That's how shit got done.
I'm just rapping, bro.
With the hipstrumentals.com.
You said bars, nigga.
I got the beat, I got a mic, and it's over. And
Come
then,
out
like,
mixing, nigga.
Mo told me about doing melodies.
Bars, nigga.
Mo told me about doing melodies. Like, growing with y'all have made me into the artist that I am today. So, like, I would not be here in the position that I am in without y'all niggas. So, like,
Let's give it up, man. Let's give it up.
That's a fact all the way around.
Yeah, man.
Still sharp
No,
and
dead ass.
still. Like,
But as I was saying, going back to y'all first projects, how do y'all feel that y'all have grown as artists, man? Like,
holy shit.
how do you feel?
Jeez.
I've seen it, but how do y'all feel? Like, let's do some self-reflection, man. How do y'all feel about that?
Take my time with it a little bit more.
Okay.
For sure. Focus on it a little bit more. Listen to it a lot more.
That after I made you do like 40 tracks.
Yeah, like no, that shit help though. For real shit though, that shit help. It's like boom, like bro. Now it be sometimes I record the same fucking verse like 300 times. Like all right, I took this day. I spent the whole session recording the song, and then 2-3 weeks later, maybe a month and a half later, I'm re-recording the same song. Like it's not good enough. It's not the best performance that I know I could put on the record.
Right.
Like it's not the final one. It's gonna get there, but it's not. This not the final
It's not
one.
the final one.
Yeah.
Well,
That's it.
Yeah, I don't know that. It's a lot because to me it's so intertwined with just growing as a person.
mhm.
So I think my patience above all, and that's something that we learned a lot going through Tread the first time was to take a breather. I'm not doing, especially back then, I ain't doing nothing that is necessarily not gonna have me here tomorrow. So you can get it done, take your time with it. And everyone gets caught up in that. Life gets how life gets. So we have this want to rush something or get it out there. But then the fact of the matter is you blow your load. Like that's your job, bro.
That's me. I mean, bro, this shit hot, bro. This shit got to come out tomorrow. This shit hot, bro. Like,
And it's just like, man,
That was me, yeah.
It's like making food. Like, bro, I used to watch. My stepmom's was a chef. All these niggas used to do was sit there and get drunk and watch Food Network and smoke cigarettes. Like this, that's all they did, right? And make food. And so that's one thing that you learn around niggas that make food is one, they have patience, and if they have good patience, that shit is delicious, bro. It's worth it. Take your time, make a meal. Like this fast food is here today, gone tomorrow, and it gives you the shits.
It do give you the shits. It do give you the shits. Mo?
I think from babies till now, what I really learned is the art of like creating a world. I just think back to like that project, and like we didn't even have, aside from Majin Buu, there wasn't any videos. Like there wasn't a marketing plan. It was like, how much money can I put into SoundCloud promotion,
yeah.
and maybe it'll get on Complex.
Yeah.
And like
The dreams
I think it
we
just
had.
it was like I think we were just at that time we were making music from just like a place of like 100% pure passion towards the art.
Yeah.
And like I think that's such an important lesson that like makes the difference between like whether you're a hobbyist or a professional. Like, you know, granted, I think, you know, there's a lot of benefit to just making art for the sake of making art. And like I emphasize everyone out there listening to like make sure that you enjoy it above everything.
Yeah.
But I learned how to operate as a business, learn how to like, you know, more than just make the art of getting people to listen and connect with it, because that's a whole other realm, you know. Just kind of learn and grew into how to build the machine around the art.
And yo, to me, so everything you just said, marketing, I feel like it's something I should have interjected in there as like completely switched my life around and how I view this shit and how I operate. I think that's one of the best lessons that I ever got. And hearing somebody in a position with some knowledge tell me they didn't know how to market me definitely helped get this little click of how are we going to figure this out. But yo, with everything you just said of how to run as a business, how to build the whole machine, I feel like once the point I've gotten to it is bro, it's all of it's art.
It is. That's so true.
How you live, how you breathe, the clothes you put on, how you step outside, how you talk to a motherfucker, like it's all the art, bro.
I usually reference this like because it's such an important. It's like that voila moment to me personally. Y'all remember the Atlanta episode where Paperboy is trying to keep it real, trying to be that nigga, and then he gets chased in the woods and all that shit.
Yeah,
it's a great episode.
And by the end of the episode, he's taking a picture with the white boy, something that
he was trying to get that cut so bad.
Bro, no, that's a different
episode.
Bro, but that's a great
that was a great
too.
episode though.
But it's like it's something that I realized that like when you go outside, you gotta be that who you are. That's why I had to. That's not why I had to, but why I bought the grill, why I went to went to LA to do the video and stuff like that. Because now it's, I gotta be IHATEYOUSHEED now. Because if niggas don't believe that I'm IHATEYOUSHEED and don't believe that I'm filling whatever void I need to fill, they're not gonna believe it in the music or stuff like, or they're not gonna grasp the concept of the music and everything like that. So I think that everybody has that Paperboy in the woods moment. That like, I gotta be this.
I can't be down.
I can't be. Yeah. I mean, I'm honest with who I am as a person as well. But it's more so. You just gotta be that. Until like you are in a position where you could dip away. You gotta.
So
be that.
Okay, yeah, that's how I learned. That's how I took that lesson. It's more so of, oh no, you can't be nothing else.
You can't be nothing else.
Not that, and not saying not to go off into you can't do this, you can't make money over here, you can't do this and the third. But accepting of who you are and what you're here for, and you've been doing this the whole time. Like I had this one moment where I was just like, and I never ain't never been no plan B, none of that ever in my head. I just had this one time early one morning where I was like, yeah, you really can't do what is anything else? Can't do. This is who you is. Like it's been this. What took me a long time to realize is, I am the nigga I've been this whole time. We just finally we both understand it. It's clicking now. We on the same page.
Like, unfortunately, I can't be in the cut of events like that anymore. Like you got to make your presence known in that shit like that. Like, and I think as a collective, we have made our presence known. Like niggas know at this point.
Yeah.
The three letters stand for.
Niggas know who we are when we walk in the building.
Exactly.
So
it's mad. Like,
it's also different when you get to that stature too. Cause like you can't be in the cut, but then it's like when you're in the cut, it's not the cut no more.
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 Wherever I'm standing, it's probably not the cut no more.
Facts.
And then 9 times out of 10, we rarely go out by ourselves.
Facts.
So it's super not the cut no more. Like,
facts.
It's just. It's a big difference before when we used to walk in and have to introduce ourselves. Like we haven't introduced ourselves in a long time. No. If it is, it's to somebody important.
Right.
And they still probably heard of us.
Right.
Like
when I went to shout out Dior, when I went to that brunch, a young lady pulled me aside and was like just in my ear like, yo, you really like a pop star, like yo, you really like I'm really like I'm not trying to fangirl over your music or anything like that, but like yo, you make really great music.
A fangirl.
For sure, no.
Fangirl away.
Give it to me.
Fangirl
anyway. Fangirl anyway.
Fangirl away.
But I mean like, yo, I wouldn't have been nobody would have known that if I wasn't so open now with like,
Yeah.
oh, like no, like I'm really a fucking pop star,
It's what-
and that's just
a
it's just a
fact.
fucking fact.
It's a fact.
It's a fact.
It's not a question.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think
Track
that
record. Track record. That's all you gotta look.
Track record.
Look at my visual
Track-
track record
exactly.
and listen to the audio that goes
Exactly.
along with it. And that's
Exactly.
it. That's it. Just go off videos alone. What am I?
Exactly. How do y'all feel about this though? Like, how do y'all feel about being recognized though? Like, because the logo is recognizable. Many people have come up being like, "Oh, you're an HBC," or "Oh, HBC," blah blah blah.
Yeah, I just get a lot of questions if I get anything. I don't know. It depends on where I'm at. I don't get like supremely recognized. Or
That shit
anything.
hold weight. I flexed that motherfucker. That shit hold weight. Yeah, the pop star and Beyonce. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on that team. I'm Swaggy P, nigga. That shit feel great.
That shit.
I'm Swaggy P on the Lakers.
Nah,
Even if I
nigga.
miss that motherfucker, I turn
nigga.
around with the threes up. Like, I'm on the Lakers, my
Nah,
nigga.
you definitely-
The crazy part to me is that now we're in a position where people are asking us for things.
Yeah.
That's the part that blows.
Yeah.
People ask me for shit.
Bro, it's
And
Shaq,
that's what
Kobe,
matters,
Rick
though.
Fox. Like,
Hold on,
who are the Lakers?
Bro,
my nigga?
I don't do no sports shit. Who the
Lakers,
fuck is
man.
Rick Fox?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Don't call me
Rick-
someone I don't
Rick
know.
Fox
Who's
was
Rick
a baller.
Fox?
Nah, Rick Fox was a
Rick Fox-
baller. Bro, Lakers my team. I'm not
Rick
gonna.
Fox
I'm
was
not gonna.
baller.
Yeah, no,
Rick Fox was hard.
And then he
Alright.
ended up being in all the Mr. Bitches and all the Tyler Perry
He
movies.
did. He was the light skinned nigga that came
Yeah.
to save
Ended
the
up being
woman
Mr.
in
Bitches.
need,
Oh
bro.
god.
He
Nah,
did. He
Rick
was.
Fox. Nah, I'm not gonna do you dirty, bro. Rick Fox, he hold it down.
He was a light skinned gardener.
Shout out Rick Fox. It's him and Shamar Moore.
Hey yo.
Take your pick, bro.
Hey, that's
Hey,
the
bro.
company that has.
Hey, man.
I can't speak on the sports shit.
Hey, man. But yeah, that recognition shit be kind of bothering me though. Not bothering me,
Now.
but it's kind of weird. Like it's kind of weird.
It fuck with my anxiety.
It fucks with
Fuck
my
my
Yeah, me
It fucks
too.
with my anxiety.
I just get a lot of stares, but I've always gotten stares, so I never put two and two together unless something happens or you come talk to me or some shit.
It's just like wearing the logo, and then if people don't think I'm Moses, of course they're not gonna think I'm Moses. But if they're like, "Yo, you're an HBC,"
Yeah.
and then they just
Yeah.
like they try to put together which one I am out of everybody. Because like if they can't recognize my face, because if I have the mask on or something like that, and then it just turns out, or somebody will say Sheed, and then they'll be like, "Oh, you're IHATEYOUSHEED," blah 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 blah, and it just kind of fucks me up because I don't know what niggas' intention is.
And that's what I say, or to another level where they do know a little bit,
Is-
and then they're like, all right, how can I infiltrate? Like, I finally got you in front of me, because I only see you through a screen.
We gotta work.
Yeah, I only see your name through a screen, I only hear your music through a screen or whatever. So now that you're finally in front of me, this is my chance. And it'd be like, nigga, like, all right, because we know we lit, but perception is a bitch. So we look way crazier than what shit is really going on. So now niggas is looking at you like me, and you like, bruh, I'm still trying to do
I'm
it.
still trying to get this shit, bro. Like this shit is not. As
One
easy
thing,
as
one
it
thing
is.
I've noticed that's been kind of weird, and something I'm still trying to make peace with, is like the fact that I feel like conversations feel a little more transactional.
Do you know how many
Like, I
niggas
feel like-
think Mo signed already?
I feel like every conversation like low key turns into a pitch at some point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Wow.
y'all, I feel like there's not as much of that, just like genuine communication and trying to understand, like, all right, how do we get it? Like, I see y'all don't have it, I don't have it, like, let's try and figure something out. Now it's feeling more towards like, yo,
Can I get a
we gotta
verse?
work.
Can I get a
Yo,
verse?
how are y'all doing?
Right.
How are y'all moving like this? Like, how can we?
Bro,
Yeah.
Young Bull at my job.
It's
Young
just,
Bull
I
at
need
my-
a feature.
Young
It's
Bull
just-
at my
I
job
miss the
was like-
organic.
Young Bull at my job was like, "Yo, how y'all do Spotify, yo? How
Yeah.
y'all doing Spotify?" And I'd be like, "Bro, you just gotta market your shit, bro.
Yeah, YouTube.
YouTube,
Figure
bro.
that
like,
shit
I
out,
can't
like-
help. Like, bro, I don't know.
Well, see, on that stuff, like
I'll give you advice, but it's like,
honestly,
Yeah.
on stuff like that, on verbatim mechanics, like mechanics on this part of the industry, woo, 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 I got no problem. I will tell you everything I know. I do it like every single time. I will tell you everything I know.
for sure.
It comes down to sitting down and doing something. I feel like it's really like, everyone does that. Let's link, let's build, and it's always a like, can we actually have a conversation first? Can I know you
I
as a
don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't
that's
know
what I'm
you.
saying.
Right.
Yeah,
This
Like,
is a genuine. Like, this is.
it's got to feel good first.
Exactly.
Like,
Even the niggas I know, like, I gotta know them for some time.
Yeah.
Sometimes do anything.
Yeah.
new.
Yeah.
And it's
Like,
and it's always
I don't
like
know
let's
you.
work until I give you a price, and then
Hey,
it's
man,
and
another
then
it be like that.
and then
That's
it's
another
like
thing.
oh bro, I'll get back to you.
No, that's how I just had a situation like that, and that person is super supportive, so I felt a little but at the first moment, I'm like, bro, man,
like-
this is what I do, this is who I am, and so if you
That's
want
how I
this,
eat.
this is how we got to do it.
It's a reason you
Yeah.
want this. Like, it's
Yeah.
a reason you
Facts.
want this. Like,
Facts.
you're not trying to do this because
Like-
you don't think you're gonna gain from it.
My
Facts.
shit's too good to keep giving it out for free, bro.
But why you want to gain from me without seeing me gain? Like, you just want to keep seeing me
You wanna see
win
me- you
with
wanna
my
see
team
me-
on our own, but you don't want to do nothing to contribute to my success, even though I'm about to do something to contribute to yours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, but that's what I'm talking about with the digital communities. Like, when you see in that area now, like, you really see true support. Like, I was talking to somebody in HN, and I was ended up just playing duty with him. Then this before I threw the face video, but
That's a.
I was like,
There you go.
we ended up talking about Dre, and he was like, "Oh, you know Dre IRL." I was like, "Yeah, like he did an edit for one of my music videos. Like he did the edit for Gothic video. Like that's my man. It's just like they so supportive, bro. Like they won't even know you, like or what you look like really, like." But they support like Rachel. Shout out Rachel.
Shout
Shout out
Rachel,
Rachel,
yeah.
bro.
No matter where I'm at, like yo, shout out Rachel. Like that's a
Absolutely.
true supporter to the death, bro. Like
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
you got like that shit make me feel good, bro. Like somebody who never met us or has met us but went states to meet us just because they support what we doing. They fuck with it. They fuck
Yeah.
with the fact
Yeah.
that we
No, that
fuck
shit
with
is beautiful.
ourselves enough
Mm-hmm.
to keep doing this at a high grade level. Like where she a huge Logic fan. Like however you want to look at that, she look at us in releases in the same vein as Logic. Like
Yeah.
For sure.
that's
Yeah.
her respecting
If
us respecting our craft.
if somebody
Yeah.
put a gun to my head and was like, "Yo, tweet out a music link and see if one person retweet it," I can guarantee it's gonna
Yeah.
be a show.
Guaranteed.
I can guarantee it, bro.
Yeah,
I
she
can
goes
Go
hard for
buy the
us.
merch.
It goes hard every time.
Gonna buy the album.
Mhm.
Gonna want to support any video, anything she can.
Any video we want to do, man.
I learned a lot from Rachel about how to just be a good, like, friend and supporter.
Yes.
Yeah,
You know, she pushes
Yes.
me to go harder supporting y'all, people
Yes.
I know, like, just like, man, like, I'm always thinking now, like, I could be doing more to, like, promote and support people around me.
Facts.
And she definitely taught me that lesson.
I went to
For
New
sure.
Orleans and she was like, "Yo, you're around. Like, I gotta see you. I gotta put you on the food spot in this ward." Like, I was like, "Bro, like strictly off of her fucking with this nigga's music
Mhm.
and then fucking with the whole
The whole
team,
team.
and now I'm meeting her kids." Like, yo,
So
It's
tight,
beautiful,
this shit
yeah.
powerful.
This is what we did it
This
for,
shit
to be able to
powerful,
make these
bro.
kind of connections.
No,
It's
yeah,
powerful,
fuck exactly.
Crazy.
That's a beautiful thing, man. It's so cool.
Shout out, Red.
For sure. Shout out Rachel. Okay. So, back to this summer.
Yes, sir.
What is outside of your own project? What project are you looking forward to the most out of the collective?
Outside of my own project.
Outside of your own project,
Outside of my own project.
got 4 to choose from.
Well, yeah, no,
that's
that's the thing. Like, I'm super excited to see what happens with your John because I already know
Yeah.
what's gonna happen and I know it's gonna be above that. So I'm very excited for
I
that.
appreciate that.
I'm very excited for Mo's because I've sat with it for a little bit and I've seen that John get put together and where he's taking this next step visually and with the whole marketing and rollout. I'm super excited to see.
I
Pause
think
on that
you're
real
about
quick.
to have your babies. Pause.
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 Pause real quick.
That was wild. That was wild.
I think Mo has personally reached. He isn't. You aren't there yet, but you're on like that brink of that Stevie Wonder, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like
Beyonce,
we
bro.
said it. We've
Basement
said it a
Beyonce,
lot.
bro.
We've said it a lot.
Said it for years.
For years, but like I think because I didn't like this at first. I didn't like Cul-de-sac at first. I'm sorry. Did I give the name away?
No, I've said it.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. But I didn't like it at first until like you go through because I was around you when you were making that, so I know like the breakup and everything and like what fueled that project. And until I went through my own shit, and you really sit with that shit, you like, damn, this nigga is fucking. Bro, from the writing to the instrumentation, bro, like I gotta give you your flowers, and we're gonna have a
Thank
separate
you, bro.
episode. to talk
I
about
really
you and I.
appreciate that.
But, nigga, that shit is like always is so fucking beautiful to me, bro. Like no bullshit, no gimmicks, bro. Not because you're my nigga. Like always is really fucking beautiful, bro.
Thank you so much,
And then
man.
the visuals like really elevate that shit too. And I just want to give you your flowers personally for myself. Like, bro, that shit is beautiful, bro.
I mean, it means the most when I hear it from y'all, because
Yeah.
y'all the reason I even do this. Y'all give me the inspiration to even make the art. Like, and circling back to like what you were saying about how like the double-edged sword of being in a collective is that like on one hand you have like the pressure of keeping up with everyone, but the flip side of that is you get the motivation to keep going hard because you see everyone around you sacrificing too.
Yeah.
And like I think that's what's kept me on the course of this project over the past like 3 years. Just like seeing y'all, like, you know, the way that like Wobi's so intricate, like with the way like the way you put together your projects and the way you put together your content. I can tell every single thing you paid attention to, every detail. You know, just coming with that same level of intricateness and patience is something that I got from watching y'all and the way that you work, from even the way that the Blue video is about to be.
Yeah.
Like, I'm hella excited for that. Like,
I'm excited for this project. Like, I'm really excited for this project.
I'm excited for people to actually hear like a body of work from you and get to
Yes,
really understand like the artistry and, you know, everything that you've been putting into creating this character and this who you are.
This project, like, I don't want to talk too much on it, but like this project, I needed to go through like just releasing singles for a minute. I wanted to release projects beforehand, like just to keep up with y'all and stuff like that, to be like, oh, I could put out an album too. But I felt like I needed to experience, you know, the first half of my 20s before I could give that shit. To give like life and to be like, because I don't think I went through enough to give a good body of work. I could have gave singles and been like, okay, like here's Vogue, here's Just For You, blah, 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 project. And I feel like that would have been scattered. I feel like with this upcoming one, you get to hear what that this first half of my 20s felt like and where I'm going the next part of it. Yeah. Which is why the title is the title, because I feel like that's the end of that section.
Yeah, don't get too much away.
We're going now. What I'm anticipating and like what I'm very excited for. Of course, I'm excited for Bathroom, but like I'm excited for you.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
because I know what you've gone through, so I know like it's like I'm excited for you.
I'm in the
just
stage
to hear you
where,
back
like,
at it, like just to see you, just like to see like the passion come back.
And the fact
to your
that I'm
eyes.
working on too, like at the same time, like with hentai and then like HBC, ODB, like I feel like all the anime I watch, I'm just at that point where like Cell is, he went out the cocoon and then he like Frieza's like, yo, all right, you want to see my perfect form? Like fine, like Yusuke when he had to die again and now he got the demon blood and now this is like. All right, this was me. Like, I was giving my 100 up until this point, and it's like now I'm there right now, and boom, I'm about to come out of the cocoon. Like, I'm about to hit the demon mode where it's like, all right, this is the sound. Like, I was just talking to him, like, bro, like, I'm learning how to make beats, bro. Like
I'm so
I keep hearing like the beats I want, and then I'm in these sessions, and then it's like, yo, I fuck with these beats that I'm hearing. They just don't push me to make like the music that I want to make now. So it's like that. I feel like right now I'm in a cocoon just, and thank God like I got like a good skeleton for both of the projects. So I got songs that like, all right, I know I'm keeping, I know boom, this is that, boom, boom, and it's like, all right, now I just gotta build around this. Cause like y'all know when we came back from Cali, I was digging, like I was in that shit. Like I think I might did like 20 songs in like a week or two.
For sure.
And like it was like, all right, boom, this is for HBC project, boom, this is that. This sound like something right here. All right, here go the anime songs. That's a hentai. Boom, boom, boom. Like I did these on purpose, but this sound like something. All right, boom. I got 2 joints, and then we still finishing up Bathroom. So it's like, all right, now that I feel like I kind of loaded up the clips, now it's time. All right, it's kind of same with me joining HN. It's like, all right, I gotta learn a skill now. So now I gotta learn how to make beats because like I can't evolve and progress until that happens. Cause now it's more me. It's like I said, where it's gonna be a baby, it's like the timeless records on it. Where it's like I was just talking to him hours ago. I fucked up and fucking the phone are always gonna be songs that I listen to.
No.
Like that's what like so, but they're like extensions of you. Like you crafted them from the very rip of them joints.
Hey Riley,
big
the
big goat.
Big Poppy Polas. Hibachi Poppy.
We still good.
We still good.
What's up, Gucci Draws?
Still good.
What's happening, bro?
Oh man.
So I got a question for y'all. you know, on the precipice of like a really important year for us creatively, what is one piece of advice you would give to yourself if you could talk to yourself when we started this whole thing?
Don't worry. Like, don't feel lost in the shuffle, because I feel like early on with me, like I really felt like what is my niche with this group? Like where, not group, but collective, what hole can I fill for us? So I felt like, yo, just live, live your life a little bit. Go outside more. Go experience more. So that way you could come back and write more and, give more, do everything like that. And don't get in no relationships. Please don't. Just date these women, bro. Just date multiple women. You'll be fine. It's okay. But yeah, just don't worry, man. It's gonna work out for sure.
I think like y'all had a conversation earlier where y'all were really like kind of geeking into the marketing and like how y'all are cultivating like your following and things like that digitally. And I think like when I was younger, I think I was really too focused on that, and I feel like I lost a little bit of my artistry in that. And like right now, and I feel like this is a huge part of like my evolution. It's like Currency Hospital. He's always been like one of my favorite rappers and shit.
A legend.
And like that nigga might have dropped like 20 albums last year. Like low key, however he wanted to do it. Same with like the Griselda niggas. Like it's just that guerrilla marketing. Like I'ma feed the streets, but I'ma feed the people who feeding me. And it's that reciprocation to where like no matter how big or small, like I was just playing different before you walked in the crib. Like the shit's almost at 300K, bro. Like congratulations, bro. I'm super proud of you.
Thank you.
And like no matter at what image you at, there's a retention of people who keep running that back, and those are the people that are feeding you. And when you drop cul-de-sac, you feeding them back. Like when you drop different, like you feeding them people who was stuck on just damn man Uncanny Valley, or like damn Blue Stain only had 2 songs. Like damn, like I need more from that. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
It's the same like when he drops his album, bro. Like it's been nothing but singles.
Yeah.
And he has like I would hate to be in his position because the singles have been up to fucking par. Starting from Vogue, it's been nonstop, just high fucking caliber, like 44 Glock like caliber fucking shit. So now when you drop this project, like he had to go and make the movies he made for this project because he can't do nothing less. You feel me? So now I'm just trying to get my like audience to understand like where I'm coming from, understand like how I'm like Valet, like he drops like whether it's a video on YouTube that might not even be on streaming, that shit's gonna go up because his people are waiting for him to feed him. And they're gonna feed him. It's like, yo, we appreciate this. Boom, we're gonna show you. We trying to unlock, like it was an artist who just did an album. He's like, yo, you gotta unlock the album through singles. Once this get X amount of streams or engagements or blah blah blah, then you get the next one. Like it's a transaction, but it's a love transaction. Like you feel me?
Yeah, I feel you. I would honestly say, honestly, taking care of myself, because if I was better at taking care of myself earlier on, I would have handled a lot of relationships better, i.e. retained a lot more, and I mean on the most selfish aspect have a little bit more footholding to where I am now. But I just wasn't good with myself, and so I wasn't good with other people a lot of the time, unless it was y'all. So
I got a question for all of y'all. When you get done, I got a question for all of y'all based off of what he's saying though.
But yeah, that one, and then get an Adderall prescription. Like this,
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Do you know how much money I would have made if I had an Adderall prescription from 2015 to 2017?
You make a lot of money off me right now.
But based on what he's saying, right? Like, cause like obviously, like we know, like I'm at a point right now where I'm definitely transitioning into like not even so much of taking care of yourself, but like making sure that you are comfortable enough in life to be able to do the music at the highest capability that you want to, right? So like I'm at a situation where it's like, all right, I need to make sure I got personal life a little bit more together so I can do the music the way I want to, but I don't regret, like where some people will look at it as self-destructive years, like I don't regret any of those moments or those years where it was like, yo, this is the only thing that matters.
Mm.
Because I wouldn't even be fucking comfortable to even try and do anything else had I not got to this point right here. And I wouldn't have got to this point right here without all those years of thinking this is all that mattered.
Yeah.
And still thinking, if I can't do this, my life is still like, if I wake up and I can't rhyme 2 words, like, I don't want to live no more. And that's still, like, I don't, like, even if I have a cognitive issue where I just cannot no longer rhyme 2 words ever again, hat, cat, bat, like, I'm fucked, bro. Like, I'd never be happy. It's no video game, it's no computer program, it's no amount of money that's going to change the fact that, like, in my heart, I'll wake up in the morning and have 2-4 bars on my head. Yeah. I could probably write a verse in the first 30 minutes that I wake up. Like, that's something in me. That's not something I'm choosing to do. That's not an image I'm trying to proclaim or whatever. Like, that's something in me, bro. So, I don't, like, how do y'all feel about those? Because, like, we a lot older than than the age we made a lot of this music. So, how do y'all feel now that we are, like, on some grown man shit and, you know, we might not be as self-destructive. Like, I hate that term. Like, I don't think it was self-destructive. But, you know, just, I don't know. Y'all take the mic.
I would. So what was the question? Like,
pretty much like, or maybe it didn't change for you, but pretty much like what I'm saying is, there was years where every single thing went into the music, and I didn't feel like I could do it. I felt like me putting attention anywhere else would hurt the music. Whereas now in my life, at the age I'm at, I would need to do things to make me more comfortable in my personal life so I can do, like he said, he needs to live. He needs to live enough in his 20s. He need to have his 20s to make that album, right?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Whereas, like, I was just doing music. Like,
no, I don't regret not, like, living or going outside as much as I could have.
So we was outside.
We was outside.
We was more outside.
But
like,
I don't think we were.
We
No,
was outside,
there were nights
bro.
like there were nights where we stayed in the crib to make music.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
there was
yeah,
nights where we
yeah.
sacrificed. Like there was nights where I sacrificed to work on Vogue or work on whatever I was working
you
on.
lost your hard drive.
Nigga,
Yeah,
that night, that was the end of everything. I was
yeah.
going like, nah, we staying.
I'm not
here.
doing shit.
I'm not doing shit. I'm not doing shit. But I don't regret any of that. I do wish that, like, you know, I think there are some relationships that I could have made that could have benefited me if I went outside and just been like, okay, let's link up with people, let's talk to people and stuff like that. But nah, man, because honestly, who knows what, if I could go back and change anything, I don't know if it would still get me here. And I'm happy here. I'm happy here.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, so I don't think
That's
I
what's
would
important.
change anything.
Yeah, bro. Like, I've never, like, I have very few moments where, you know, aside from, you know, obviously no one wants to pay bills and have responsibilities and whoop. But you see all these people that get very obsessed with how things used to be and being able to, you know, their childhood or even just their teenage years and shit. And to be perfectly honest, I'm, like, so happy where I am right now. You know, it ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? It's still a lot to grow and a lot to build, but that's part of the fun part. And all I ever wanted as a kid, bro, is to do what I want when the fuck I want to do it. And that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
I feel that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
But I really feel that
we're
shit,
doing
though.
that.
We're doing that.
Like, bro,
the
like
fuck
17-year-old me is still like geeked the fuck up. Like, I got a dope head verse, bro. I used to sit in the back of our math class every day
That's a fact.
and listen to this nigga yell out, "I'm higher than Swizz Beatz hairline" every day.
Bro.
That's
Having
crazy.
the verses who we have the verses from,
Yeah, right,
bro,
right.
it's like a benefiting thing to me, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, I don't care if you know who so and so is, nigga. This is younger me is like, nigga,
Geeking, bro.
geeking, bro.
Freshman
Geeking, dog.
year me,
Bro.
cannot believe the feature I had, bro.
Exactly.
Cannot believe it.
Exactly,
Like,
bro.
nah, how?
Dog.
How?
Exactly. What advice would you give to, like, kids that are doing this, man? I know that there's some kids in high school right now that are doing a collective with their friends. You know, you think that you have those high school friends forever. Because I know before y'all, who I thought I was going to make it with, I don't even talk to them niggas no more. So
I know exactly what you're talking about too.
So I mean,
It's funny as shit.
So I mean, like, what advice would you give to those kids, man? Like, there's kids out here that are fucking Eli, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eli, bro.
Eli
Fucking
star, man. We
bro.
saw him
He
last
a big
night.
star,
He
dude.
shut that shit down.
Southside Rager, bro.
Bro,
Yeah, man.
That
I
nigga,
love
that
it.
nigga's
excited
so
for that
talented,
kid.
bro.
I'm
I love
so
that
excited
little
for
nigga,
him,
bro.
man.
I love
Project
that little
is
nigga,
amazing
bro.
too.
Yeah,
love
the
that
project's
little nigga,
fantastic. Go listen to Demigod.
For sure.
Shout out. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of what, at least the kind of stuff I'll tell my brother is, is one, and he's not as much on the music side, but as far as this one, I feel like being true to yourself and originality is step number one for me. I'm getting at the kernel at certain shit, and then also making sure that you're around the people that you keep and who you entrust to these positions are people that you hold accountable, that hold themselves accountable, and that you trust further than you can throw them. Like, it's the people and the intent that hold a lot of the power here. And if you have good people, good intentions, and keep it $150, like, it's not a lot that's gonna be stopping you. Aside from some money, sucks, but
the money gonna come if it's
exactly
meant to, bro.
Yeah, it's funny. I feel like the deeper I get into this process, the less specific my advice gets for people.
Big facts.
Because a lot of stuff, like, I can't always give you a specific answer about how something worked for us. It was more so like the energy that went into it paying off. It was a lot of little stuff. Everything is cumulative in life, and like, I guess the main advice I would give is, if you really love it, you'll be all right.
That's it.
If you really love what you're doing, if you're passionate about what you're doing, you'll find a way to make it work. It's really when you don't really love what you're doing that there comes conflict, because you start looking at conflict as a roadblock instead of a lesson.
Right.
And that's the difference in the mentality of people who are successful at what they do. Like, they relish the challenge because they love the process.
They love getting around the obstacles.
So it's like, if you're trying to be an artist, at least, like, the advice I would give to a lot of kids is, like, do your research and try and figure out if you really love making art, or do you like the idea of being an artist? Yeah. Because they can be very different things. Yeah.
This shit is hard. Like, this shit.
And everybody's path is just different, though. Like,
yeah.
Like, and especially like with us being in the scene like that we've been in for so long, or being in a city that we've been in for so long, where we've seen them come and go. We've seen a lot of different areas. We've seen a lot of different show runs. Like, we've seen a lot of different venue runs. I just drove past Voltage. Y'all know what Voltage mean to me.
Oh, man. That makes me sad, like, when I think about...
And that shit, it got an eviction notice on the door. Like,
yeah.
We seen the same with
R.I.P.
Voltage. We seen a lot
man.
of artists come and go. We seen a lot of artists come up and then blow up in 2 months.
For sure.
Like, we seen it all, but throughout it all, we been there. You feel me?
For sure.
That's fact.
So as you're rolling up, I want to go back to bathroom.
Yes, sir.
I gotta smoke some.
What should the listener expect from this project?
To roll up enough blunts. Like, please roll up enough blunts.
Yeah, there's 11 songs.
Do not
Have at
think
least 10.
that you're getting one roll up out of this joint.
My thing, okay, so the biggest thing for me about this project is that, like, every time that I played it for somebody, no matter what's going on, there's a smile on their face after a couple songs in. And
it's
so
very fun.
It's really, it makes, bro,
like
it brings me
fun.
out of bullshit. Like, I was sitting there, I don't know what was going on, probably something stupid. I was this hot. And Eli was like, let me hear the project. Woo, woo, woo. I was tight. I had to, like, wasn't messing with this last mix and master or whatever, so we doing the other one. Fucking hate that process of doing shit. But we sitting there, and man, this little nigga just...
How can you not?
Bro,
from
it's
the,
like,
oh,
man.
From Doinks, bro, just do.
That's the thing, it start with Doinks, bro.
Yeah. It's just
And the
so
thing about
much
Doinks
fun.
is, like, because again, the people that feed you, like, the thing about Doinks is, like, when we drop that shit, bro, niggas couldn't wait for us to drop Doinks, bro. Because we performed it so fucking much. Like, it was like Bet. It was just like Bet for me. Where it was like, yo, we performed this record so fucking much. Motherfuckers know the hook before they even, the first stream. Before the first stream. When niggas know the hook of the song for the first stream, you got them. Like, you got them. So, because his man, he's not listening to it alone, but he know the song. Nobody else know the song. Oh, now I'm Shazamming this shit. Like, shout out Apple Music for the artist page, because they showed the Shazams. Like, that shit was fucking Shazam like a motherfucker.
Doinks is amazing. I think that's a classic, bro. That's a classic record, man.
That's got like my most saves on the Spotify.
That's
like the interaction that I started to see after getting that one out.
Because it's
was
such a
really
great,
dope.
like, it's just such a great, like, record. Just the way you come in, too. Like,
Yes.
just, I get loony up to do, you call me Daffy Blunt.
I love
Blunt.
that, though.
Yeah.
Bro.
That shit is just so crazy, bro. That shit
Bro.
is just a crazy line, man.
And but that's the project, bro. The whole project is
Yeah.
just fucking bars.
It
up.
is
it's
bar-
barred
it
the
is
fuck
bars.
up.
It's
If she
like-
olive oil, I'm Popeye.
Mhm.
Yo,
Like, bro,
come on, bro.
like, it's, I told you before, like, I think it's one of your, it's definitely, like, to me, your most mainstream, like,
Yes.
attempt.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think like this is that one that puts you like on. I'm not gonna say you're not on niggas' radar, but I'm thinking it's that one that's like, if fate didn't get you, this
Mhm.
gotta get you. Like,
That's my
this
thing.
Gotta get you.
That's my thing with
Like
this.
if you didn't get I Should Be, when Doinks has to get
Yeah.
you. You
Like,
know?
bro, I just been looking at it as like playing Street Fighter, and this combo move is stupid when you break it
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, because like I mean, I have the privilege of knowing what's coming next, so it's like, bro, like, and the thing I love about you is that it's never the same project
Yeah.
over. Like you have an evolution, bro, and that's like, it's amazing to watch. It's amazing to see, bro.
Thank you.
So
man.
like, I'm really thankful. For
And I think
that.
from the outside looking in, it looks fucking nuts. Cause like you're watching these HBC niggas, like, all right, we all dropping projects here and there. Like we was sprinkling projects, like, all right, Mo gonna hit him, I'm gonna hit him, I'm gonna hit him. You drop a single, boom. Like we doing this, and then fucking Absent drops. And it's like, all right, niggas asking for an HBC album in some sort of way, whether it's a collab tape like Slime Language or it's one where we all doing originals, just us four, whatever it is. Like niggas asking for some type of collaboration. Because we going hard all singularly, right?
Yeah.
And these like features here and there. Like you definitely going to get a feature from the gang, but it's not a full body. So then y'all drop Absent and it's like, all right, y'all encaptured like a whole half of the musical artists of this collective.
Mhm.
Like, these are the two pop artists, like, and look at what they do, like, when they get together. Because he's over here at the highest caliber, and he's over here at the highest caliber. And he's got this funk, and he's got this soul. And they're bringing that shit together. And then it's like, then you got me and Wobi where we niggas that just rap. Like, we come from Philly, like, where it's just like, you just got to be able to rap. Like, even y'all rapping y'all shit, but we just be fucking
y'all be
rapping.
Yeah.
So,
Y'all
like,
rapping,
now it's
man.
like, yo, he said some hot shit. Hold on, I'm in my, because we know I write. I'm in my fucking notes. Like, hold up. Nah, this nigga snap. And I'm like, ooh, I got some hot shit, bro. I just said this shit that boom. Like, and that's why on Bathroom, it's a lot of, like, damn, like, it might not even be a hook in
It's
between.
just it's a very good case of steel sharpens steel.
Yeah.
I think with everybody's
Yeah.
collab projects,
Hell
like,
yeah.
ours, and it's just like, okay, like just hearing niggas just excel, and you're like, oh well, I don't want to get washed. Like I'm not gonna have
Yeah.
niggas say that they ate me on a record or nothing like that. No, let's,
Pause.
let's
These
get it.
projects strengthen who we are. these projects strengthen who we are as like individual artists, though.
Oh, yeah,
Hell
for
yeah.
sure,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
Like
Hell
this
yeah.
allowed me to do so much, bro, because I get stupid like in my head with my shit, and I'm very particular. This was
Yeah.
let's have fun. It's a relaxed
Yeah.
environment. We just
Yeah.
smoking. I'm not thinking of no extra concepts. I'm this, that, and the third. It just rap, bro. Just rap.
I ain't gonna hold you. It felt like what I imagine Earth, Wind, and Fire sessions went. Where it's like a bunch of niggas. Like even if we didn't have a bunch of niggas like me, him, and producer or whatever, and we just in the shit vibing the fuck out, and then beats is playing, music is playing. We might not be like writing nothing, but music is playing. We chilling, we getting high, we eating, we doing whatever, and then somebody say one thing, and then
I think-
thousand.
I got
yeah.
a question for you real
Yeah.
quick because I know my answer. I want to know what yours is. What is your most memorable moment from making this project?
Oof. It might be Doinks for me. Just because I remember bouncing off the fucking walls, like, when that shit, like, when we really, like, oh, yeah, like, this is it. And then the first
Yeah.
time we performed that shit, it was like, damn, like, and then how it kept moving up the track list, because it was not track one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
it was like, yo, like, this is the fucking one. And, I mean, I don't know, because Thousand Ways was one.
That
It's
was
like
a fun
every
night.
time I wrote a verse, I felt like I was getting better.
Yeah,
So I was just like, yo, the writing sessions, like that was my favorite part of making the whole project.
same.
Like the writing sessions, because I was just having fun. Like it was no fucking pressure. It was like, yo, we rapping
Bruh.
about what we doing right now.
The one
You
that
know?
always
Like,
sticks with me is when we made Poppin'. Like I'll never forget that day for the rest of my life.
ooh.
Cause OG pulled up And he had asked me earlier today if I wanted to guinea pig some Molly. He don't move Molly. So I don't know why I thought, I just wanted free drugs. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. Okay. And so it was like a 0.3 to a 0.5, and I was still being scary about it. Ate that whole shit. Bro, I know that shit was cut. And I ain't never had no cut before, but I was sitting there grinding my teeth. This nigga got the beat pulled up. He's like, you got your verse? Yeah, bro, I'm ready. And I'm just like,
I do remember that.
Bro, I had to smoke 3 backwoods to get those first verses done, bro. I couldn't focus at all. So I just had to chain smoke L's and go in the booth and do this shit.
I thought that joint was easy because I was like, bro, like, just follow the flow of the hook. Like, you ain't wrote a bar yet.
I was like, nope. I've thought of like 18 and I can't write any of them down.
And that's late in the project, so we already just been having sessions where it's just like we running shit. So I'm like, damn, nigga. Like,
bro, I know my eyes were doing this.
It's usually me.
Yeah.
It's usually me like, all right, I'm gonna write this shit tomorrow. So I'm like, oh,
you
shit.
ain't got your verse yet? Oh, man.
So what was inspiring you guys during the making? Who are some other artists who were inspiring you during the making of this project, or even now? What's been giving you inspiration? What's been feeding you artistically?
Water. A little bit of 40 water. It's been a lot of 40 water, a lot
That's
of jazz.
E40 for the people that don't listen.
Oh yeah,
to
for the layman's.
Layman's.
Ooh.
When we was making the project, it was really big. Like I said, like Spitter, and then, I mean, I guess I was listening to a lot of Wu-Tang, Wobi too, like.
Yeah,
just the inspiration, like just the straight up, just the inspiration of like, all right, I'm going back. Like again, I was fans of y'all niggas before I was even in it. So like just going back to like Eighth and that whole project to what the fuck is it to Tawobi to struggle rapping, just like, yo, this nigga, like, if I don't say some hot shit, cause I might not be personally rapping about my life, and that's what he is good at doing. He's good at telling this story. Like he's gonna keep you entertained. And if we trading verses, and every time I'm rapping, you like, all right, and then you getting the story or you getting entertained, like, you just got to keep it up to par. So
see,
like, yeah.
Okay, so you guys called it like a smoker album, and
Stoner album.
A stoner
It's
album,
a stoner project.
A stoner project, and I can't really qualify it to me personally as that more so because it's just so fucking hard, bro.
Yeah.
Like from doinks to the end, you're just hitting niggas over the head. To me, like what I would liken it to it is like. It's almost like a Cabin Fever, you know, like the Wiz joint. It's like one of them. Like it's like it's a stoner joint, but like yo, there's no groove like jazz samples on that.
Yeah,
bitch. Like,
there's
like,
no, there's no calm.
There's no calm,
yo,
bro.
so
it's like eating an edible and just be like, yo,
but
this
that's it.
Is
okay,
hard.
but so that's what that just made me
stoner
think
song
of it.
on the project with Ebony.
Oh, that's facts. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like I feel like definitely that's a straight.
But what I was about to say is, bro, to me, it's like chilling with y'all niggas when we go out, and I'm like. I probably had like 2-3 joints of tequila, and someone just keeps passing around a fat ass doink, and then we're like 5 in.
Yeah,
that's how I feel for the whole project.
That's it for
real.
real.
It really is like one of those projects that are just like, yo, once it start, like yo, it just keep fucking hitting.
Yeah.
Like I think, cause on 420, I mean I'm gonna be with y'all, so we're gonna be smoking anyway.
We're gonna be lit.
But it's gonna be crazy because like I think when niggas get to death. It's going to be fucking like...
I can't wait to see the reaction to Death.
Death is going to go crazy.
I can't wait to see the reaction
Death
to
is going to go crazy. Yeah. And then, you know, Ebony's fire, too. I love Ebony.
Yes.
I think Ebony is so great.
Thank
you guys for doing what y'all
did. No, Ebony's one of my favorite.
Ebony's great. But you guys really did your thing with that shit, bro.
Bathroom, bro. You guys did 1,000 Ways, bro.
1,000 Ways is really like it, dog. It's so fucking 1,000 fucking doinks.
No hook, bro. Like,
no hook was fun as shit.
No hook is fun. Also produced by me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that shit is great, man.
Yeah, bro, and I feel like it's the best. Like I'm super excited about it because like being able to work with you made me step my bars up because I never viewed myself as having like that great of punchlines or anything prior. Like I never saw myself as a punchline rapper.
Really? Not a punchline rapper, but I've always.
I never thought I had good.
I've always thought of you as the best. Like I was like, like out of the collective.
I appreciate it.
Analogies and
I personally hold you as top 5 in Philly because I think that you just come up with so much like great shit.
From like the ciphers, like coming.
Yeah, like I don't think anybody really raps better than you, bro.
I appreciate it. To me, it was what I had out like released wise. I didn't think was like the strong like. I get some off in the cypher drum, but mind you, that's like something that I have in the tuck, and that probably ain't come out, and this, that, and the third, and it's just my best bars. This one I feel like made me just go, okay, how can I make sure like there's no fat, and it's just bar after bar after bar, and it's got to be a good joint. Like, it's either got to make me laugh or be like, ugh, those are the only two.
And fast.
Yeah.
And fast.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, it's because of the
like,
anxiety.
I got to do all of this, and, like, we only really worked on the record for week tops. Like, maybe the verse a day tops.
Yeah.
2 days tops.
Yeah, no,
So,
those
like,
were my fastest bits of writing in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's high caliber. Like, I'm thinking about all of that and fast. Like when he was like, all right, we doing what was it, like hour songs? Like 15-minute songs?
Yeah.
But like, it's a test. It's like fighting, like Goku fighting with the weighted clothes on. It's a test. It's like, all right, I'm going to handicap myself. It's like Fear Factor shit. I'm going to make this song in 15 fucking minutes. And it's got to be a heater.
It's got to be heater.
And it's got to be a heater. And I'm going to end up putting this shit out.
All right, yo, you know what's crazy about you saying that with the Goku and the weighted clothes thing? Once I saw that shit, when I was a kid, I tried it.
Yeah.
Like, I found where you could find, like, I found ankle weights,
yeah.
these joints right here.
Those joints work.
But, bro, I used to wear them all the time. Like, this is how I would start my day. I would tuck them under the clothes, and this is how I would live my life.
But like, I'm pretty sure somebody said they wanted to do like a social experiment where they like put weighted like weights on a baby and just like raise the baby.
I'd be very interested to see what happens.
And just like let them loose after like
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Gotta be
see
abuse.
what happens.
Oh my
That's
God.
gotta be abuse.
Oh man. Okay, so
Brolic
Let's,
ass baby.
Super brolic baby. Brolic baby.
Strong head ass baby.
Holy shit.
Yo.
so now that's a pair of collaborative albums for us, Absent and Who's Smoking in the Bathroom. 2 very different projects for sure.
That's what I love about it too,
I love
bro.
it. Like, I think
I
like
love
they're
that.
just 2 different. But that's something that's always like I've been prideful in. Like we could be, but like we could never be like a boy band.
We're
Like,
not a
we
group.
We're just not
We're
a
a
group.
collective.
We could never be
We are
like
a
we could
collective.
never be that.
And
This
it's not
shows you.
formulaic.
Yeah.
That's my big thing with us is that, and it's so many. It's like opening a pack of Starburst, bro. Like it's you never getting the same flavor twice.
Because outside looking in, you could look at it, you could see it, like you could make a case that a certain way that maybe it might be only 3 artists at a time on the song. But like he said, it's not formulaic.
Yeah.
Like this is
Right.
all organic.
Yeah.
Like we could try and squeeze 4 niggas on a whole record, on a whole project,
even
and that
so,
shit would
like,
sound
even so
fucking
with,
nuts.
like,
Like
Even with the song,
we can't do that. We can't force bullshit. Like
Yeah.
it's just not in
Yeah.
us.
Like even with the song, like the remix to Friends, we'll just call it what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to put
That shit hot.
That shit
right?
crazy, but I didn't want to put a verse on. I was like, nah, let my niggas get that. I got the hook. The hook is going to be the most memorable part of the song for sure. But let my niggas get those 16s off because I want y'all to hear these niggas. If this song is going to be big, which I expect it to be, let my niggas get that shine. I'll get the hook, and we'll just call it a day. I don't want to squeeze a verse on there if I don't have to.
And when you already got the
Exactly.
main joint
When I
too,
already got
yeah.
and I got the main joint too. So it's like, all right, let's
You
get it.
already did something. Now we gotta be like, oh
exactly.
yeah, we friends. We could do that. Cause he went off on that shit. So now he like, all right, now y'all got
Go ahead.
be
Make
like,
the remix the more
Yeah.
listened to version.
y'all the friends I'm talking about.
Fact.
Balls in your court.
Balls in your court. Balls in
Right.
your
I
court.
feel that.
It's like
But,
Jesus.
But yeah, like it's not formulaic, man. Like 2 different sounding projects, 2 different sounding like. Just I'm very proud of y'all niggas, man. All 3 of y'all niggas, man. I can't. I'm very proud of y'all niggas. I'm very proud of
Likewise,
everybody.
man.
I'm proud of
in this nigga,
everybody
like,
in this collective.
you know?
I was telling you the other day with the festival, like, bro, I'm proud of you. Like, that shit keep bringing me back to the Rotunda. Like, that night was different, bro. I
Hell
watched
yeah.
you part of
Part
the
to
sea
see,
of people
part
like
of the
Moses
sea, bro.
should, bro. Like, it's different to see the progression of every single member in this collective. Like, we something the fuck else. To the point where it's like, you can't kick your feet up, but you can't have the same pressure on your shoulders that we had a couple years ago.
No.
It's impossible
Yeah.
for us to have it because even if you don't want to feel yourself, you got to because motherfuckers is feeling you. Motherfuckers is feeling you. So how it's
can you-
impossible for you not to feel
You
yourself.
gotta, but I think
Yeah.
I think somebody's reading. I read a tweet of somebody's, and they were like, "Yo, being humble is a disservice."
Fuck
They
that
said.
shit,
Fuck
bro.
that shit.
Like, what?
Own that shit, bro. Like, you don't work that hard to be like, oh no, don't fuck
You
that.
think Soulja
nigga.
Boy got to where he at being humble? You
Being
think
humble?
Lil B got to where he at
Fuck
being
that
humble?
shit. Yeah.
Like, you think these
Yeah.
niggas, like, come
like,
on, man.
Like Aubrey said, like, yo, like being humble is just not like being aware.
For what?
For what, bro?
For what?
For what, man? It's like
Just because I'm shining, that don't dim your light.
That
If
don't
you
dim
really
your light,
shining,
bro.
if you
That's
really
true,
shining,
yeah.
Your
That's
light.
a big fact. I think people just get I feel like people just put too much on the idea of humbling means you got to be all the way on this side of that shit. And but no, there's a difference. I feel like the only difference is between shitting on somebody and shining. Those are two different
bro.
things.
Niggas insecure, bro.
Being aware of yourself.
Niggas insecure, bro. Don't be too great, bro. Because if you be too great, then that's gonna show people that I'm not that great. Like, nah, bro, be great in your own right. Like, take it from me. I'm surrounded by great ass niggas. I couldn't be able to make the turn up confident shit I make if I felt as though, damn, I'm not as good as these niggas. Like, no, I'm great in my own right, just like everybody else great in their own right, and that's what make this shit work, bro. If the cogs is not working, the machine not running, bro.
It's four goats just like, all right, nigga, what you doing? Okay, bet. I'm gonna follow up with that. Okay, you doing this? I'm gonna follow up, bro. Like, that's it, bro. And that's something like we worked on to build. How the fuck else am I not going to talk about, like, yo, look at us, nigga.
I'm lit, nigga.
We making moves and working with niggas and doing all this shit that, like, niggas got labels. Niggas got labels and they doing this shit.
I'm going to say this. We ain't y'all.
We not
y'all.
We not y'all.
Man.
That's it, bro. My man's just doing festivals. My man's just dropping the most groundbreaking fucking videos you can see. My man's just telling stories that, like you feel like you reading a book or watching a movie by the time you finish this nigga's project. Like, shit closed, but when shit was open, I was talking about Voltage, bro. Like, that last show I had at Voltage, bro, we was still selling tickets while openers was on, bro. And from the front door, bro, Veli telling us, just count them, just add it and bring me the money, and we just count it towards you, bro. Like we know what the fuck we doing.
And we always hit different pieces that need to be hit for the collective.
That's it.
Whatever one of us might lack, it's always like, all right, I'll cover it for you. I got you. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna make sure that when they see me win, they know where I'm coming from.
You go get the firewood. You go get the firewood. You go hunt the deer. You go grab the water from the well. Like, you go, like, everybody got a role.
And I think that's something that niggas don't like. In they collectives or whatever they're doing, niggas be jealous of they niggas.
Yeah,
bro.
people don't know how to be team players.
People don't know that, like, yo, the victories that somebody might bring home, it reflects on all of y'all.
And I think that's why it's so important and Moses has already been doing this, but for us to be transparent and to have shit like this right here is only because that's what is 100% presented most times, is that this is all one person. It is never that. It ain't never been that. Yeah. And then this whole time since this shit been started, it ain't never been that, man. It really does take it, not just a team, a village. Like,
for sure, like, even like with certain, like, going back to the music, when we play shit for each other, all right, we're going to listen to it, but we're going to also say, like, bro, tweak this, bro. Like, yo, I don't feel this, or, like, it's always from a place of, like, bro, come better. Yeah. Because I want to see you shine or whatever like that. Like, we'll sit all together and be like, all right, maybe you should redo this or redo that, or, yo, add another verse to it or do whatever. And I don't think people could take that criticism from other people and be like, oh, no, I put my heart and soul into this. Yeah. This is what I want to give.
I was just listening to Uzi Thug. And at the end of it, when I said, no, I'm not Kobe, but I'm the GOAT. And we recorded that on 59.
And I remember you didn't want to change. I was like, bro, you Kobe.
And it was, no, I'm not Jordan, but I'm the GOAT. And he was like, bro, say Kobe.
Say Kobe.
And I fought it for probably like 20 minutes.
I was like, bro, say Kobe.
Bro, you know how happy I am I said Kobe? And it was more true to me, too. And he knew that. Yeah. But why? But I said it because, like, that was more in line with whatever. And he said, boom. And you know how happy I am? Like, that I said Kobe today?
Bro, like, going back to Mo, like, just telling me, like, bro, on 10 Freaky Girls. Yeah. He was like, yo, sing your verse more rather than rapping it. And I was like, nah, nigga, I ain't singing that shit. Man. I'm a fucking rapper.
Look
like,
at you now, nigga.
Nah, nigga. Can't stop me from fucking, stop me from singing this shit, man. That shit, I'm so thankful for y'all niggas, bro.
Yeah, likewise.
So thankful for y'all niggas, man. All right, final question. Which is better? Absent or who's smoking in the bathroom? Let's really talk about.
Ooh. Should we go track by track? Nah.
I'm going to go with a body of work.
Which I got 11?
Yeah.
I think we got 9.
Okay.
It's 9.
9? Yeah.
It's 9.
So does yours still count as an album? Is it 10 or does 9 pass it?
I don't know.
Oh, it's 7. Oh, cool. Okay, bet. I was just rapping with Brandon the other day. Actually, that means I got to do less work this week.
It's
okay.
Riley told me that the other day.
Oh, lit.
I'm going to give it to y'all because I think y'all solo records stand out like a motherfucker. Like the Funk and Sweet Charlene. Like,
that's one of my favorite
records. Like Sweet Charlene is, bruh, that shit sound like some Michael McDonald shit. Like that shit's
I just got hip to Michael McDonald too.
Oh, he's fucking fire, bro. I remember when he brought that. I remember when he brought that shit in and he was playing the beat and he just had the hook. He just had the drum. I was like, bro, make this shit like like Hey There Delilah. Like talk about like
Yeah, you
talk about like
definitely
going
gave
on
me
tour.
the.
Talk about like going on tour with a bitch and like being away from her and y'all break up and shit like that.
So you a
Do
good
some shit
man,
like
because
that.
had he
Yeah.
brought that record in the sessions for Absent, I would be like, fuck no, you're not putting this on. Nigga, what you trying to do?
I was like, bro, like do this shit, bro. Like nah.
Put that on your solo
Yeah.
shit. Like,
Personally, I think yours is more musically inclined, and
That's
it
what I was gonna
reminds
say.
me of like I enjoy it how I enjoyed listening to Hot Butter's Soul for the first time. Obviously, with more of a pop and hip hop tinge to it, et cetera, et cetera. I think ours is more fun.
yeah.
I agree.
I think that's it because I said no photographs, no pelliculas. I'm a veggie vampire vernacular, and that's like I need at least a practice off of that. Who's saying vernacular bars right now?
Yeah,
Think
right.
about
That's
it.
it.
So,
That's it.
let me-
It show both sides.
Yeah,
like
for
y'all,
sure.
y'all the musical. Like
That's what
I
I
would go
was
with yours
gonna
because yours is so musical, and not to take from ours, but ours is like it's so fucking raw and fun, and like it show you like you can tell that y'all had fucking raw fun in all the art that y'all did to make it
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
Whereas like you can just more in your face hear the fun and the tones, the voices, what we saying, the beats, all that shit. Like
I agree with that. I agree with that. I think ours is more like we were like, yo, let's make like
listen to this
music. Like,
Listen
like,
to this
let's
shit.
see let's see let's see how good we are in each genre.
Yeah.
And see like where let's
Yeah.
see what we could do. Where I think y'all is just like, yo, I'm gonna hit y'all in y'all motherfucking face.
Right.
And y'all gonna
Right.
take this shit because y'all shit just like y'all cover y'all cover so like
Right.
it's so fucking hard.
Whereas
bro.
yours is like where you're gonna remember quotes from ours because like it's barred the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Where yours is like you listening to Spooky and like you that bass line is infectious. With
Yeah, Spooky's been stuck in my head since it came out. That's still like my favorite song.
Or
I
even
think
the
That's
funk,
love.
or like
record. I
the
really
funk of
That's
Sweet
love.
Charlene. You might not remember the words, but you remember these melodies. You remember like the feelings, or like Sweet Charlene is relatable as fuck. Like I remember where I was at a time where that it brings me back to like. It's you getting the best of the both shit. Where it's like, bro, I might smoke the bathroom every time I smoke. Like, I want to throw on doinks every time I roll up.
I feel like Bathroom is the car album
Yeah,
where you just put that shit on like
Yeah.
where like if
Definitely.
you're at 23
Yeah.
like you just hear the bass of that shit knocking. You're like, yo, what the fuck is somebody playing this shit at like 8 in the morning
Mm-hmm.
for? Whereas our shit, like you'll just like settle down with like a glass of wine.
yo,
and
cook
you-
to
So
it.
I was
cook
about to
it,
say,
and
bro,
you'll just be in the crib with that shit.
that last party that you were at, like the last actual John, like all I see when I hear y'all John is like upscale black excellence.
Oh, it's a Rock Nation project.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a Rock
Yeah.
Nation party. That's
That's a
exactly
good-
what I
yeah,
meant.
wow.
That's exactly
It's
it
a
right
Rock
there.
Nation project.
Hell
That's
yeah.
exactly how I think about it.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I think about it.
like a Scotty Beam playlist or something. Like, yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
for
facts.
sure.
Facts. That's a solid. That's a
Point
real
being
solid
of
one.
all that shit, we don't miss.
No,
We don't fucking miss, man.
How
For
could
what?
we?
How could we?
wouldn't
bro?
be here if we
How
missed.
could we,
Yeah.
bro? Like,
Miss.
Mo, do you remember when we sat down in the basement and Sheed, I want to say you were here for this too, but my memory's just shot.
Ben's room?
Yeah, when we settled on the name,
Yeah,
I wasn't
we
there.
we
I
had
was
gone
there.
we weren't
through.
there for that one.
I remember I left for a little bit.
Yeah,
left
that's
for a
what
little
I
bit,
thought.
And then I came back after y'all settled on the name. I was like, oh, that shit hard. I'm gonna go
Okay,
back.
that's what I thought.
Tell that story.
We went through a lot of permutations
Yeah.
of like the name and the idea. We spent so long just trying to understand what it was gonna be, let alone the name, because we had like other groups that were like this before it ended up becoming like HBC.
Yeah.
And I do remember that moment. I remember that moment. I also remember like there was one day that we were all together and I think we decided to become a company, and that was the moment where I felt like we all got like really serious about like.
Was that before we got the logo? 'Cause I think when we got the logo.
No, I think it was after.
Yeah, it was definitely after.
I think
Yeah.
it
I
might
think
have
once we
been
got the
after.
logo, that made us.
There was
a
one
company.
conversation we had collectively where we were like, okay, like this is what High's Basement is. This is what we represent, and this is how we
Yeah.
want to move forward.
we're a label, we're a media company. Like we're not necessarily trying to get signed. Like we might sign. Like we are it. We're not running to it no more. We're not looking for it no more. Same with the shows.
But I always been about that. Like with us. Like
I mean, that's always been the philosophy.
Yeah,
for
I've
John.
always been like, like yo, like why can't we do this our fucking selves? Like why can't we be this? But I paused in that to say like I do want. I've never thanked y'all for like letting me back into the collective though, because like when I had to leave because y'all niggas was serious and I was like
I don't even remember you.
I don't know about this.
No, I don't even remember. I remember.
I remember because now I had to do a verse. And I was like, damn, I can't think of a verse for this shit. These niggas is waiting on me to do the verse. I don't want to hold up the album. Like, bro. And I was like, you know what? Let me just dip out. Like, let me just be like, you know what? Y'all got it. I don't think I'm at where y'all at right now. Let me dip out. And then I saw them, like, they had the album done and I heard it. And I was like, damn, this is some really good fucking music. And I was like, you know what? Now I want back in. I think I could do that shit. And then you were Skep. You didn't. You always are just like, okay, I guess. But you were Skep, and then I did 98, and you were like, oh, okay, nah, we could ride with that shit. So definitely thank you guys for letting me back in because that changed my life.
It needs to be talked about more.
Never giving up, bro.
For sure,
it needs to be talked about more. That internal struggle.
Yeah,
that we see.
Absolutely.
That we see that like we won't name them, but that we see with a lot of our like close artists, people, our close artist friends, our close artist family. Like whether it's our young bulls to people
our peers,
who seem, you know, it
takes a lot.
OGs, like, no, it's hard, bro.
I will never say that this is not. I will never say that this is easy.
Nah. But I'm thankful to y'all for that because I feel like if I didn't personally have y'all, that internal struggle would fuck with me way more than it do now because of the support system that we have.
Yeah,
like,
exactly, man.
For sure. I mean, I think it's like part of my job to remind y'all niggas like who the fuck y'all are.
Yeah.
Like
if
I ever see y'all lacking, like I just feel the remind to be like, yo, y'all niggas like.
But it can't feel like your job because you do it and we do it to people outside of HBC.
Oh, for sure.
That's close enough where we've had people on the couch. Where we've had people that we supported just because it's like we rock with you to the point and I see what you are.
I see what you are.
Like even if you don't see what you are right now, like bro, you so much better than this. Like you are talented.
Like my niggas know that they could like. Our niggas know that, like, yo, if they need a place to crash and just, like, get their shit together, the couch is always available.
Yeah.
But
we all been there.
We all been there. We all been there.
We all been on somebody's couch.
For sure. I think that, like...
Still going as hard as ever in the music. On somebody's couch.
Listen, bro, we all been in one bedroom.
We all been there.
In a one bedroom.
Fighting over
fighting over a fucking bed, bro.
Yeah, like 3-4 people on one sectional.
But you know what we did all did all day? We was making hits all day, bro.
For sure.
We was making hits all day.
Oh my god.
Bro, that shit was awful. Man, y'all remember that morning we woke up and that nigga set his house on fire across the street?
I do, yeah, man.
Bro.
That was such a chaotic time in my life. Just a chaotic life.
But the music that got made. The music that got made.
I wasn't even making music. I was just so uncomfortable.
You was in your bed. No, you was all in your bed.
I was just learning production, just watching.
I was in my bed.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
Yeah.
I was watching production.
When I scared off on homie, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Just being in that. Shenanigans was made in that crib.
Cause that's what was going on.
Nah. This Shenanigans and he did his part on Shenanigans.
He did his part of Shenanigans.
Yeah.
He did his part of Shenanigans.
And that's what was going
on.
That was a night.
You said some out-of-pocket shit.
That was a legendary night, man. I was on 10.
What a different time.
What a different time, bro.
Oh, my God.
The HBC documentary
is going to be nuts, bro.
The fucking stories, bro.
Because they're not going to believe this shit.
Bro,
these niggas.
Niggas think we industry players don't understand.
These niggas. I remember one boy walked up to me. He was like, nigga, you got a job? I didn't think you had no fucking job.
Bro, this girl was shocked that I had a job, bro.
The fuck
this
you
girl
think
was shocked that I had a job. She was like, I thought this was all rap money. I was like, bitch, you stupid.
You think I'm just putting this shit out and it's just going up?
Bro, she was like, oh, I thought you just...
Wait till they learn that we pay to do this shit.
Oh, my God. Yo.
You thought having a job was the kick. God.
That's the trailer. That's
right there.
Wait till they find out.
It's really crazy, though. But, like, y'all remember when BFB, the Pat Man, was doing all those Say Cheese interviews?
Yeah.
Niggas was really looking at it like, oh, this nigga the anomaly.
Yeah, got a job.
Maybe a job.
This nigga a postman?
It's like, bro... Hella motherfuckers got jobs, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Bro, like Tiara didn't quit her job until like after.
After
Whack World.
After
yeah.
Whack World, yeah.
Yeah, bro, like.
Cardi had out Broke Boy. That what made him quit from H&M.
Yep.
Like he was working at H&M.
Hey, bro, this shit.
What's crazy is that even that narrative used to be at least a little more in our faces when we were younger because we had Cudi and Kanye coming up. Like that was like that would not have necessarily shocked us the same way.
Even
as it
Kanye
does now.
today, he got mad other jobs.
Oh yeah,
Like he gets
yeah.
paid from his other jobs. Like,
Facts.
Yeah, bro.
You know,
Music does not pay as handsomely as singing people.
like
think.
I enjoy this.
No, it is not.
I'm-
2003.
I enjoy doing this.
I like doing
Like,
this.
yeah.
This is
This job that you see me at, like I actually use this to do it.
Yeah, I gotta do this shit. I gotta make smoothies for people
Yeah.
to do this shit.
To do this.
I think the kids got to recognize that, like, at the end of the day, like, there's a part of it that it's a business. You know, you're running a small business when you're an artist, and that means investing in yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's what really, like, determines who's serious about it, you know? Who's
And
willing to sacrifice.
Just a side note on that, because I feel like so many people get taken advantage of in that lane, because everyone tries to kick you the idea, oh, you're not investing in yourself enough, so that means you don't want this, and they spend money where you shouldn't be spending it because it's just people trying to run you for a buck.
Yeah.
All that to say is what he said is exactly right. Just do your research.
We got fucked.
Very important.
We all got fucked.
We
I
spend
got
a lot of
fucked on
money.
the bet-
yeah.
We spend a
the
lot of
bet
money
single
trying to
cover.
learn how to spend it correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
Hell
fucked on
yeah.
the bat single cover. There's been plenty of times where we sent money out for X, Y, Z services, and if we got the service done to up to par, boom, we got lucky.
Yep.
Like we seen a lot, so yeah, absolutely. Like
Been
you,
through a lot. Seen
research.
A lot. Yeah, man.
I feel like it's research.
Research is really important on all aspects of the board.
If you gonna send money out, like even the features we talking about, like with my feature that I got, I still was hesitant. I called Riley first, like he said, send it 12 now. Like this 1200, like, send it 12 now.
Nigga, who you telling, bro?
How long it's gonna take to get this verse back?
Nigga, who you telling? The feature I got only rap about finessing niggas. I'm like,
Hey!
I mean, this bitch fucking like, yo, this nigga. I'm like, yo,
Oh,
this
man.
nigga said he gonna have that job back
Bro.
to me next week.
Oh,
I'm
man.
texting him next week like, yo, bro, you.
Yeah, and
One
you
of-
don't want to be a hype
And you don't
dickhead
want to be a
neither.
hype dickhead,
Like,
bro.
I got a question for y'all. Kind of going off a tangent of like this idea of like having a job and having a persona. Like, does any of this ever feel real for y'all? Like, it's weird because like I keep waiting for that moment where it's gonna be like, all right, this thing that I've been dreaming about is reality. But I'm
Yeah.
starting to realize that it's
it already
the
is.
moment that you're looking for. It already happened.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah,
recognize
yeah.
it until after though.
Yep.
It's. What's the question?
See, I like comics. I like comics.
What,
so it's kind of like
I guess a better way to ask is, what are some things that remind you that this is real?
it's kind of like being Batman, bro. It's kind of like being Bruce Wayne all day. Like if I got a job or whatever, and then as soon like with me, I might work a 9 to 5, and if I get off at 5 from 5 to 10, from 5 to midnight, from 5 to 1 in the morning, I'm doing this now. I'm Batman now. Like I was Bruce Wayne all day, or I was Harvey Dent all day. Now I'm Two-Face. See what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it.
What reminds me that this is real is more so the feedback from the music and stuff like that. Like seeing people have always loved my music, but like seeing people like really gravitate to girls who like to smoke, like that was like a really like, oh okay, oh y'all really fuck with this shit.
Yeah.
Okay, bet. Like,
Yeah.
let's really go there. Y'all gonna
Put
love
that
us.
fire in the
Yeah,
ass.
put the fire okay, I really have something
Yeah.
here. Like, cause you know, like that first week of release is always like, oh yeah, I like this shit, I like this shit,
Yeah.
I like this shit. But when people keep coming back to
Retention.
it and coming back to it and being like, yo, like when fucking when niggas that people consider gatekeepers are hitting me and being like,
Yeah.
bro,
This
this is it. And
This
they're putting that shit on their story. People are hitting me and be like, yo, this is fucking
It's going
crazy.
hot.
Like, yo, you gotta do this shit. That's when it's like, oh, okay. Let's get it then.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, y'all finally starting to see that shit.
I think for me, because I've never felt like the Batman Bruce Wayne thing. I feel like it's almost like the other way around. Like you just got Batman sitting at a 9 to 5, and I got the mask on, still smoking a cigarette and serving you up or whatever.
But talk about quitting your job and then being fully sufficient off of the merch, off of the band camp.
I will
Talk
say,
about that.
Hold on, hold on.
before you get in,
I feel like you the
I
king
will
of that
say
shit.
you are the most honest out of everybody. Like,
Yeah.
I think I use music as an escapism to be like, yo, when you play my shit, I don't want you thinking about
This
like,
nigga like Scarface.
Like
This nigga will tell you about exactly
like
what
tell
he going
like
through.
you tell the struggle, you tell like life, the jobs and everything. That's why when I listen to Fate, I'm like, oh, I lived through that with this nigga.
Yeah.
I forgot that, like, when this nigga was going through that shit, I was right there with this nigga.
And zoom out a little bit when you listen to Struggle Rapper and you hear at this part of his life and you was with him. Then you listen to Fate and you listen to the like. It's like it's like watching Marvel movies. There's the continuation.
Exactly.
It's
like,
chronologically.
I'm watching this nigga go.
I'm watching you document your life audibly forever.
Yeah.
Like you can't die no more. Because your life is right here forever for me to always listen to.
Exactly.
And you telling it to me. It's better than an audible book.
It's better. It's way better.
And that's the talent you got,
Bless
bro.
your heart, man. To me, that's exactly what you said right there is 100% the key point. Like, that is the point to me above all about all of this. But to answer the question, for me, it was really the... Because the merch thing was cool, but mind you, like, money does what it does, and I spend it how I spend it. And mind you, I spent it on something that revitalized me a little bit as an artist, but it also started making me... I felt... Because I didn't understand fully the scope of what I was getting because of my financial situation, I felt honestly a bit defeated around that time. I felt like I had finally I got enough money to rap with people that I wanted to rap and do music with forever, and they kind of fucked me. And not even that, and not to a point where I can get mad because this is a business and you got to eat as you should. But it was this weird dichotomy. So I didn't feel more so... Like, I guess the what I am and what I think I am didn't hit here until 2020, and I lost that job because now it was, and don't get me wrong, like, you know, still getting money off the government and all that good shit, but being actually able to wake up in the morning and decide what I want to do for the first time since like the Saturdays my mom's might not have been as active as a kid. It's like, oh my God, like, bro, that's why I have such, like, don't get me wrong, I hate being broke. I hate the fact that it took me like 5-6 years to get myself some new clothes. But being able to wake up in the morning and I ain't got to answer to nobody, I'm not supposed to be nowhere at no specific time. I shoot my moves. What happens today and how I eat today is completely decided on what I decide to do and decide to set up. Even on the bad days, I can't ask for nothing more. I love it.
Some real shit. Some real shit.
So we gotta close up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great way to
talk
end
to
the
y'all niggas all
podcast.
day. Like, I love y'all niggas.
Yeah.
Like kicking shit. Like,
bro. Like,
Yo,
Let's give it up, man. Let's give it up. Give me all y'all flowers, man.
Facts, man. Y'all trying to get some food, though?
I am. I was just about to say.
Okay, facts, yeah. I'm trying to go sit down.
We out this bitch. Go get Riley.
Yes, sir.